From the KBIA Newsroom in Columbia, I'm Lily Halloran. The family of a teacher killed in a school shooting 3 years ago has sued a St. Louis healthcare provider for her death. In St. Louis, Rachel Lippman explains the allegations against BJC Health System.
Jean Kushka was one of 2 people who died in the attack at SLPS high schools in South St. Louis. The shooter was a graduate of Central Visual and Performing Arts. He was killed in a gun battle with police. The lawsuit says mental health care providers at BJC were aware the shooter had talked multiple times about wanting to attack his former school, but they failed to pass that information along to the school, even after the shooter's mother told BJC employees he had required a rifle and ammunition. The family is seeking at least $100 million in damages. BJC says it will vigorously contest the allegations. I'm Rachel Lippman.
The city of Columbia is working to address concerns about changes to Douglas Park's basketball courts. The Columbia Missourian reports the courts were to be renovated from February to June this year and would be named after a former University of Missouri women's basketball assistant coach. After public input meetings, Director of Parks and Recreation Gabe Huffington says the city learned about the park's importance to the Black community. Revised plans will likely include inspiration from Douglas High School and a former basketball program. If approved, Huffington says renovations should be done by June. The U.S. Department of Agriculture released a plan last week to increase cattle herd sizes by expanding grazing on government lands and reducing red tape. But it was overshadowed by the administration's plan to quadruple Argentine beef imports, a move that is strongly opposed by rural lawmakers and farm groups. Justin Tupper, the director of the National Cattlemen's Association, says domestic producers won't see the upside.
The only people that are going to benefit is the big 4 packers who are the importers, 2 of them foreign-owned. They're going to buy it in a very depressed market. Brazil and Argentine beef is way cheaper right now than our domestic is here.
Tupper says the packers will buy foreign beef before selling it in the U.S., where beef prices are at an all-time high. The prices in the U.S. have been pushed up due to drought and the smallest cattle herd size in 75 years. And nearly 500 Missourians are awaiting court-ordered mental health services and transfer to a psychiatric hospital run by the Missouri Department of Mental Health. The Missouri Independent reports it's an all-time high for the state. The waitlist has grown by a third since last year. In 2023, lawmakers authorized the Missouri Department of Mental Health to provide jail-based competency and outpatient treatment for people who can be safely released on bond. But jail staff say it isn't enough to tackle the wait list. Director of the Department of Mental Health, Jeanette Simmons, says it's due to the static number of hospital beds and increasing requests for them. I'm Lily Halloran, KBIA News, Columbia.